This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Place to Be Nation, welcome back and welcome to a lovely new 2024. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you've been reading a lot because Bianca and I have a lot of books to talk about. That's right. I'm Miranda. This is Bells with Books, and I have Bianca with me as always.
Hello.
Hello. How it was your New Year, Bianca? How have you been doing?
Well, New Year's, I threw my back out like 2 days before New Year's Eve, so my New Year's was kind of uneventful. I had some friends over and we roasted s'mores and we watched The Holiday.
But I think that's a fantastic.
And that was we actually we were waiting till 12 and we were gonna we had Coke bottles and we were gonna toast our Coke bottles. My one friend had fallen asleep. My other friend, shout out Sabrina. Hey Sabrina.
Hey Sabrina.
She was trying to pull up the countdown on her phone. And by the time she had it pulled up, my other friend woke up and was like, hey, it's midnight. And we were like, Happy New Year! And then we went to bed.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
It was the laziest New Year ever. We couldn't even do the countdown right.
Ours was also pretty just blasé lazy. I don't remember what time Jerry fell asleep. Caden ended up just gaming with his friends all night. And then there was a cease on fireworks as far as being done by the cities and stuff. Because there was a horrible incident in Czech, and so they didn't mandate you couldn't do fireworks, but they were encouraging the governments, your village or your city, to not do it. But they didn't say that the people, citizens could not. So, fireworks went on for it was a beautiful 45-minute show from all the houses around me. And then they were quietly done, and that was it. And into the night.
So our New Year's, the fireworks around here, it's the neighbors, but they only did it till 12:10, 12:15. But for some reason, we had fireworks going on every night till the 5th. I was like, can we not? I'm trying to go to bed.
We didn't have it that crazy. We did have the next night at 8. It's somebody discovered oh, we didn't shoot 2 off. And you'd go, pow, pow, and there'd be 2 big ones and then they would be dead silent. And that happened 3 days later. So it would happen on obviously the 31st and then the night of the 1st. And it was the night of the 3rd or the 4th, there was a few pow, 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 pow. And it was Caden was dying laughing. He's like, are those the people that went and bought more? And I was like, no, that sounds to me like they're out there cleaning up. Because they're very big on that here. You can shoot them off, but you better clean it all up yourself. I said, that sounds like somebody that was cleaning up and they're like, hey, yeah, there's another one.
No, our neighbors kept going for every night for the next 5 nights. I was over it, and my poor cat was over it too.
Yeah, my dog does not do well too. New Year's Eve, they started shooting them off kind of earlier in the night, kind of just, I think, doing testers. You know how everybody does.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter what country you're in. If it's dark, they're going to see how well does this shoot off. And I had that giant, oh my God, the shutter things that are on our windows open in the bedroom. And I was just laying up there with Widget watching Doctor Who, and they did their first tester, and it was a big one. And I have never seen that dog jump so high and so fast. She was like, ah! She looked like a cat midair, back hunched. She took off. I couldn't find her for 30 minutes. She ended up convincing Caden to let him in the game room, and she was under his couch in his game room, she was not having it. Besides that, though, the friends falling asleep, giant amount of fireworks. It was kind of a night of I guess in some ways you're ringing in the new year, but you're reflecting on the one before. And for us as readers, We are constantly reflecting on the one before. So this episode, we're going to kind of go over, and if you are not new here, you've heard us kind of talk about our goals, but we're going to go over our goals. We're going to wrap up last year, tell you about this year, do our normal book news. Bianca actually has some really interesting book news that she came across. So I'm going to let her go first. Yeah, because I could be like, over this one all day.
Well, the first thing that I just want to like gripe about in general, I'm going to start the year off griping. Why are there so many book clubs now? I feel like every celebrity has their own book club, and I just thought of another one that I didn't add to my list that I'm adding now that I'm going to discuss. Okay. So here are the ones that both Miranda and I thought of just literally in less than a minute because that's how prevalent they are. Uh-huh. So we have Reese's Book Club, Oprah's Book Club, Mindy Kaling's Book Club, Read with Jenna, which is from the Today Show, mm-hmm. the Good Morning America Book Club, the Barnes & Noble Book Club, the Book of the Month Club, the Goodreads Choice Awards Book Club, the Virtual Overseas Book Club that is sponsored by the USO. Target has a book club, and our pop princess Dua Lipa has her own book club. I think it's called like Service 9 or something like that.
I when you just typed that one on our sheet, and I have not heard of that one. Which
yeah, Service 95.
I brought up one you hadn't heard of. I'll interject it really quickly and then let you continue. I also was like, oh, and by the way, when we were making our list, there's a lot of book talkers and bookstagrammers that now use an app called Fable. It is a book club app. Like the whole point is, like Jason. Oh, what is his? It's Easy Cat. I know you've watched some of his videos too. I follow him. He has one on there. Meg's Tea Room has one on there, and basically it's like you read along with your favorite bookstagrammer, booktuber, book talker, and their community. So yeah, I can't keep up.
I definitely can't.
How many have you participated? How many of the ones that you've mentioned have you actually participated in? I know you've done several of Reese's. I think you've done some Oprah, but I'm not sure past that.
So I actually made a list. I just left it at work like a dummy.
It's okay.
I've actually read, I think if I remember correctly, I've read 14 of Reese's book club picks. It's the most of... That's definitely the most on any of this list that I've read. I've never read an Oprah book club book that I know of. If I have, it was not knowing it was part of the Oprah's book club.
There's been so many. She's been doing it since like the 90s. I could be wrong. Yeah. I think she's been doing it since like the 90s because I've read several.
I've also read several of the Read with Jennas. It wasn't on purpose. They just happened to be part of that book club. Right. And when I was researching, I was like, oh, I've read that one. I've read that one. I've read that one. So she has good picks.
Yeah.
I just don't follow it. Right. I've also read quite a few of the GMA ones, again, not on purpose. And I haven't looked at it because this is one that we just discovered like a few minutes ago. But I'm assuming I have read some from the Goodreads Choice Awards book club just because you and I tend to read more popular books. Mm-hmm. And I know I've read some Target ones because I see them pop up when I'm scrolling on social media. They're like, here's our new book club pick for the month. I'm like, oh, I've already read that.
And I feel like a lot of these probably repeat as well because they probably are doing both obscure as well as popular. So they probably do repeat. And that's the other thing is like 3 book clubs reading the same book, maybe not in the same month, but it's like, I mean, I guess you could look at it from the standpoint of like, say you really wanted to participate in the Dua Lipa one and there was a discussion, you could be like, oh, good for me. I read this 2 months ago. But at the same time, like, why are there so many? I mean, caveat. Why? At first, I'm like, why are there so many? But a thought just initially popped into my brain as well. I also want to be excited that this many people are now excited about reading.
Yes, definitely.
But at the same time, it's like, why?
Yeah. I mean, like, I can kind of get it. Each one wants their own little niche to be like, right. Hey, I discovered this author and I'm bringing it to the masses. but it's a little overwhelming, especially if you're
It is.
someone who is like not a heavy reader, so you kind of want like a guided book club to tell you
Mhm.
what to read. But if once you start researching it, you're like, I don't know which one to go with now. And it can be
Yeah.
very give you anxious feelings.
It can. At one point, I was trying to participate in, so I was doing the virtual overseas by the USO, and then the base that we were at had a local one, and so I was trying to do both of those. And then I participate with Meg's on Fable. And at one point, I was like, I have to pick which one brings me joy, because there's another one that I off and on participate in. It's more of pretty much everything they read is like horror thriller or straight horror. And sometimes the books that they pick either aren't available to me because they're mainly in the UK. So sometimes I just simply can't get it. Like the print is not available for me no matter what.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not interested. So I definitely think there are too many, but yay for everyone reading. because I actually sent you something that kind of like leads me into something I wanted to discuss really quickly. That I sent you a TikTok that had a fact that honestly you didn't know, I didn't know. It really baffled me. And I meant to write down her name so I could give her credit, but I could actually repost it to our TikTok. That's what I'll do. But she was actually talking about if you read at least 2 books this last year, congratulations. Do you remember the exact statistic? It was like you're in.
Yes, I've got it. I've actually got it pulled up.
Oh, perfect.
She has so the handle is at Indiana Reads, and it's INDYANNA Reads.
Okay.
And I'm actually just going to read her transcript.
Perfect.
So if you read 2 or more books in 2023, you are in the top 50% of adults. She goes on to say reading is in no way a competition, but here's the data to back everything up. The Department of Data from the Washington Post posted this article, and it goes into like if you read so many books, you're in this percentile.
Right.
So if you read 1 book, you're in the 46th percentile. My cat just jumped on my chair and scared the crap out of me. Ooh, babe. Sorry. Okay. So if you read 1 book, you're in the 46th percentile, 2 books, the 51st percentile, and it goes up to, it just says 50 plus books. Right. So if you read 50 or more, you're in the 99th percentile. So, like, that means you and I read more than 99% of U.S. adults.
Which
they only polled the United States.
I'm still baffled by this though, because the amount of like girlies I come across that are like, and I know some of these people like personally, but they're saying they read like 200 books last year. First off, how? Like I was pushing hard to get to where I did.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of on one end I was baffled by that statistic. And that fact, because I do see a lot of people that are like, I read 200 books or I struggled to read 175. And I'm like, what? But then I do have personal friends that are like, I read 12. And I'm like, but that's amazing.
Well, and I think also, especially in social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or whatever it is you use, whatever algorithm you're on, it's going to show you what you're interested in. So if you're a reader, you're going to be surrounded by other readers, and you're going to be like, there's people who don't read, and it'll just baffle your mind. And then you got the people that are not on Book Talk and not on Bookstagram, and they don't see all of that. Like, they literally read 0 books a year. And I guess just there's
when you
less people that read. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess when you do the averaging, that is what it is.
And keep in mind, this is adults, so it's 18 and up. It's not children.
Right. And there are a lot of book talkers that be young, actually.
Yeah. So I've noticed a lot of book talkers are like around 25 to 30.
Mm-hmm. Or I mean, I'm saying I've crossed a few that are even younger. So some of those girls that are saying I'm reading 175 books, I don't think they're even 18. Which good for you, girl, but still, like they wouldn't count in that,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But in other book news, Rebecca Yarros, author of the Empyrean series, she posted to her Instagram that she has officially started working on book number 3.
Yay!
More dragons are on the way.
Can I just stand for a moment? I know that the series is called the Empyrean series, but no one says that. So the other day I was reading something and they're like Imperium series, and I was like, what?
Oh, you haven't heard that?
No, I knew that's what it was. Like she says that, like if you go on Goodreads or whatever, it's like Imperium 1 or 2, but no one calls it that. Everyone says the fourth wing or the fourth wing series, and it's actually not the fourth wing series. So I get totally thrown off when somebody says what it actually correctly.
Well, in case you didn't know, guys, we're talking about the Fourth Wing books.
Yep.
Fourth Wing is the first book. Iron Flame is the second book. She hasn't even released a title for the third one. Like she literally just started working on it right after the new year. We don't have a release date or anything. We're just excited
that a couple of years. I really do.
We're just excited that she's working on it.
We are excited that she's working on it, but also sad that it's probably not going to be in our hands until 2025.
But she does post what music she's writing to some days, and the past few times I've seen her post about it, she has been writing to Taylor Swift's Reputation. And like, don't get me wrong, Reputation is my favorite Taylor Swift album. But the amount of like angst and revenge that is put into that album, I'm like, oh Lord, what is coming my way?
Okay, I have to say, so Bianca put that what she just said out in a group chat that we have with some mutuals, and let me just say that chat was like, Bianca, no, you best stop.
I may or may not have started some stuff in the group chat.
Well, no, so it was funny though because they're all Swifties. I'm like the outlier. How many of us are in there? I don't want to say everybody's name in case they're like, don't talk about me.
You, me, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 of us.
6 of us, and yeah. I am the only non-Swiftie.
Well, see, we have a separate Swiftie group chat that you're not part of.
It's okay. But it's like you see the meme of like people just like going back and forth like, oh, that was me. I don't know if I responded. But it was funny because you guys all know what that meant, and they were like, I swear if she's writing that they're fighting again, I'm done. And I was like, oh my God. My prediction, though, however, knowing what little I know about Reputation, I think it's going to be her coming into her power, and then her rage of what they've done to him. Book 2 didn't come out that long ago, and our dear sweet friend Susan is about to read it, so I'm not going to say any more than that. I won't give it away, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's not out for anger against him. She's out for anger because of what happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but
listen, I'm vague, I know, but
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, I predict we don't see this book until late 2024 at the earliest, but I think more realistically 2025 because the whole process it has to go through.
Yeah.
And does it crush me? Absolutely, but I also understand it, and I want her to take her time and not give crap work.
Same. Very much same. Because I think the only reason we got Iron Flame so fast after Fourth Wing is they were published in the same year, which is kind of unheard of.
It is.
I think she had written them both basically at the same time, and she was like, "Here you go."
I think so too. I also so a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, Miranda, she was an author prior to that." She was. I'd never heard of her, and I read a lot in kind of off and on over in the genre. I'd never heard of her. She had a decent following, but my understanding is most of her books were not like big.
Well, they
And
also
then,
weren't fantasy. They were more like fiction or romance.
yeah, they were all she's kind of romance in general.
Okay.
Is my understanding. Everything that I've looked up of hers, it looks like it's all pretty much romance. But she, I think Fourth Wing just kind of blew the, what up. And I think you're right. I think maybe she already had book 1 and 2, like written or almost completed. And then it blew up as fast as it did. She went to the publisher and they took her on, and she was like, well, I got book 2 already. And they're like, let's go. And you know what? Somebody may come for me and be like, you don't know, she's a great, listen, I'm not saying she's not a great writer, but I'm just saying, like, she wasn't a household name prior to Fourth Wing, which actually, before we move forward with like rounding up our year, her book and some of the things, because some people have made some negative comments about it, and others have made like, there's people that are loving this book and coming back to, or not coming back, or coming back to reading, yes, but also I have a friend that reads a lot of fantasy, a lot of high fantasy. Normally she would hate a book like this, and she's like, is it the best written book ever? No. She's like, but it's fun. And then after she said that, I had a friend who I told her I asked permission to use what I'm about to say. But my friend Joy, who is a librarian in Kentucky, she was talking about how she had saw something on social media of someone making a point where they said something about a book being objectively not good or not great, but they still got a dopamine hit from reading it because it was just an easy fantasy read. And she didn't say for certain, Joy didn't, but I feel like maybe they were talking about Fourth Wing just because I've heard similar comments. And Joy said something in response that really got me thinking for a second and leads us into how we rated last year's books. And she said she doesn't normally dissect like deeply what she reads. I'm paraphrasing Little Joy. I'm sorry, but she said she's kind of a vibes reader, kind of like I am. Like how does she feel when she's done? And so she's now wondering how many books might not really have been that great of a book, but she rated it so highly because of the dopamine that it gave her.
Yeah.
Which then led me to think about some of the 5 stars I've given and been like, was it that great? Or was it that great to me?
Yeah.
Like, because it gave me that dopamine that I desperately needed, which is why I read books.
I tell everybody my start rate system is how a book makes me feel.
Yeah.
I never claim that any book I rate 5 stars is peak literature. I will never say that. I'm here for the good times and the fun vibes.
I love that. I think I actually broke down once. I think we did it here together as well, where we broke down like what a 5 star is, what a 1 star is, and I feel like we were on the same page. So like 1 star, no explanation, clearly not having it, right?
Yeah.
2 star, it wasn't really for me or something that couldn't really keep my attention, but because I am I'm sadistic, I finished it. Bianca probably DNF'd it. I finished it. 3 stars is I liked it. I didn't love it. I probably know someone else who would probably like it, and I would tell them about it. But that's it. 4, really enjoyed it. Would recommend it. Possibly even read it again. 5, I'm telling everyone. I'm telling the lady at the grocery store. I'm telling Bianca. It'll become my temporary fixation because I have ADHD and I hyperfixate on something. So it will become my new personality for a while. I will keep reading the series even if it sucks. And I definitely will be reading it again, probably in multiple formats. So that's how I rate things. So clearly, you can tell 5 stars has a lot to do with the dopamine, and I never realized that before. But shout out Joy for like stopping when she read that and being like, you know what? Wait a second. How many books do I rate super highly purely on how it makes me feel?
Hey, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. So, because we've been here for it all last year, let's like get into how we finished and how we did. And
Yeah. You want me to go first?
yeah, you go first.
Okay.
So, 2023 reading challenge, which we've discussed this before. Some people have some negative ick feelings about setting a challenge. Listen, this is personally for yourself. If you don't set a challenge, you don't have to set a challenge. If you read 2 books, fantastic. If you are one of them girls that I called out earlier that read like 273, girl, you're awesome. But so is girl reading 2 books. You both fantastic. So that being said, don't listen to what we did or didn't do and feel bad. Like, just keep being your fantastic selves.
And also keep in mind, Miranda and I read a little bit more just because we do this podcast and we want to be able to tell people about what's out there, whether we're recommending some of our favorite reads, we discovered a new author. Like, I don't want to say it's kind of our job to, because this is definitely not a paid gig. We do this because we enjoy it, but we do want to give y'all quality content. So when you hear these numbers, don't be intimidated. Just know we're doing this for ourselves, but we're also doing this for you.
Right. It's like a win-win situation essentially. So yeah.
So I'm going to go, like, Goodreads does give some somewhat decent statistics.
I think so too.
That is what we'll be using. For 2023, I read 91 books and 33,799 pages.
Fantastic. What was your goal again?
My goal was like 45, I think.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. I upped it. Well, we'll go with that in a bit.
Okay.
The shortest book I read was The Polar Express. That was my very first book of 2023, and I wanted to read it because I had never read it, and it was a children's book, and it was adorable.
It's fantastic.
It was my shortest book at only 32 pages. The artwork in it, though, is incredible. If you ever have a chance to pick up The Polar Express, please do. It is a beautiful book.
One of my favorites.
My longest book was Iron Flame at 624 pages. My average book length was 371 pages, so I picked some bigger books this year.
You tend to pick bigger books, though. You do. I feel like you do, but
I do. I like big stories. I like big stories, and I cannot lie.
My brain does the same thing. Oh my God.
You're welcome. Okay. So my most shelved book was Fahrenheit 451. Excuse me. It's most shelved because it's a school read, so I have no qualms about that. My least shelved book was Wildwood Magic by Willa Reese. Sorry, I had to cough. Let's see. My average rating was a 3.7. That feels about right.
That's funny. Mine was a 3.9.
Oh, you read better books than I did.
No, but we're very similar. Like you're 3.7, 3.9. That's common. Yeah.
The book that I read that had the highest rating on Goodreads was Fourth Wing. Let's see. That goes through the nitty gritty. I'm real quick. I'll go through the books that I gave 5 stars. And I'm actually going to type these while I say them so that they will be in the show notes.
I do feel like, though, to be honest, that most of the books that we have been mentioning that were 5 stars, either mine or yours, are probably already mentioned in prior episodes, most likely.
Probably.
So,
yeah. Let's see. And these are in no particular order. Actually, they'll probably be in like how I read them order. It's not like I liked this one more than the other one. I'm just going down the list of what I rated 5 stars.
Right.
So, Iron Flame. A Curse for True Love. For those who don't know, let me type this real quick. That is the it's the spinoff series from Stephanie Garber. It's the Once Upon a Broken Heart spinoff series from her Caraval series.
Yes.
That's the last one in that trilogy. It came out right at the end of 2023. It was so good. That was a really good ending. I'm very satisfied with that ending. Home Before Dark. by Riley Sager. That was a good thriller.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Haunting of Hill House, I think you will like Home Before Dark. A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. That was another good, like, horror thriller type book. I'm scrolling. Oh, this one. I gave this one 5 stars because I feel like anything else is kind of an injustice because it's based. I mean, it is a true story. It's a nonfiction book. Killers of the Flower Moon, the Osage Murders, and the Birth of the FBI. It got turned into a movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I read the book, and just knowing what it's basically revolving around a family. What that family went through with the U.S. government was terrible, and everyone needs to know their story. Let's see. Some Kind of Happiness. I know I've mentioned that one on here. That was actually a middle grade novel that deals with some heavy adult subjects but it's put in terms that children can understand, like anxiety and depression. I think it's really important for children in that age group, like 10-ish. I think it'd be good for a 10 to 12-year-old to read.
Well, that's when you really should start, like, you should start with feelings and such much sooner than that. But I think that's a good time to start, like, deep diving and making them understand things that happen in the world.
Yes. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager is another thriller. If you can't notice, I love Riley Sager. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. That is a duology. The second one just came out. I love them both. Please go read them. A Door in the Dark by Scott. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Reintgen. But the second one comes out in April. I'm super excited about that. But it's a good fantasy. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney.
Hi, babe.
She's like, you've been gone all day and now you're ignoring me.
Talk to me.
I'll include this one because I read it in 2023, The Heiress by Rachel Hawkins. However, it was literally just published this week in 2024. I had an arc of it. But it was probably, oh, that's difficult. It's probably my favorite book I read last year, to be honest.
See, I was gonna end up asking you if you didn't say. I was gonna ask. Do you think you could say which one was your favorite?
I think that one was, followed very closely by my next 5-star Fourth Wing. I loved them both. I may have liked The Heiress just a little bit better.
Rachel Hawkins she's fantastic.
Yes.
She's just.
And that's it. Those were my 5 stars. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 12 5-star books last year. I feel like out of 90, what did I say?
91, I believe you ended up with.
Yeah. So 12 out of 91, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I'm stingy with my 5 stars. So
I usually really am too, but I feel like I had a lot last year as well.
So if I give something 5 stars, I really loved it.
Yeah.
I think that's all my 2023 stats.
Okay.
If you would like to dive into yours.
Yeah, I'll do my 2023, and then we'll give the people what they really want to know, which is what we're going to do for 2024. So same as Bianca, I'll make a little slide or a TikTok or something where you guys can kind of see these visually as well, for both of us. But my 2023 was 104 books read. My initial goal was 60. My pages were 31,485. Shortest book was 94 pages. Longest book was 896.
What book was that?
On food and cooking. It was very,
okay.
Yeah, it is It's the science and lore of the kitchen. There's a lot. There's a lot in there. My average book length, as I said, or no, as Bianca said, yours was like 3 something. Mine was a little less, but mine was 302.
Okay.
My most shelved book was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
I forgot you read that.
I did. It was so good.
Yes.
So good. My least shelved book was one that I went on a rant about, Beauty and the Lichen Beast.
Oh, yeah.
5 people shelved it. AI piece of crap. Listen, I can't prove it. I'm sorry to Jessica Molly if you're real. I've never told an author their stuff was a piece of crap. Now I have. Average rating was 3.9. My highest rated on Goodreads was A Court of Mist and Fury. Yeah. I was like, wait, how is that my highest rated when we both read Fourth Wing? But probably because you did not.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
haven't
read
read that one. So like,
but I also think that SJM has more readers than Fourth Wing, honestly.
I don't know anymore because there's a lot of people I know that like don't read fantasy or only read high fantasy, and they are like salivating for Rebecca.
Oh, okay.
So, but maybe it was also because at the time, like, who knows? But I did find that interesting. Of course, my eyeball would start to like itch and burn right now as I need to stare at a phone. So my 5 stars last year, kind of, I had a lot as well. I feel like the first one was When Women Were Dragons. And I think here's what's also finding funny. A lot of the ones that I rated 5 stars actually came out last year. So I read them last year and they came out last year.
Oh, nice.
But When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill. That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. It's hysterical, super quick read. It's a Bianca no-no.
That definitely tracks.
My Name is Morgan by Sophie Keach. That one was really good. That's the one I was trying to get Susan to read, I think.
Yeah.
The entire House Witch series, which I gushed for like multiple of our episodes about, by Dellamhawk.
Which actually had some Amazon credits, like shipping credits, so I bought that one with my credits. So maybe I'll get to it this year.
I almost got you that one for Christmas instead of the one that I did get you. I wavered back and forth a lot on that, but
yeah.
Wayward by Amelia Hart. That one hit me in all of the feels that I needed. Bound by Honey, which was actually it came out last year, but it was an arc I got. It is by Jamie Dalton, and I believe it's Jamie's first book. Okay, I was incorrect. It's not Jamie's first book. It's the first one I read of hers.
How dare you give us incorrect facts?
Sorry, Jamie. Sorry. Of course, I talked about this one a lot as well. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. That one was chef's kiss. The one that brought me to like my knees and like gut wrenched me, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I did not know that book was going to do to me what it did.
I have that sitting. I bought that like 2 or 3 years ago now, and I've had it sitting on my shelf. But everyone says that it hits you in the gut. So it keeps getting pushed off because I'm like, I don't know if I'm in a right state of mind for that.
I have talked to a lot of people that are like, I did not like it. How did you like this? It talks a lot about video games and video gaming. So I guess maybe it's just not for everyone. Like, it's not the right target audience. There was just so much in this book that like actually happens on the page and then just like makes you feel in general. That's the one where I gave you like, I think I texted you and I was like, I think I have my new favorite book quote ever, and it was about ghosts. And I'd have to go back, and I think I said it on the pod, but yeah, that book. I went into it thinking it was something totally different than what it was, and it did things to me. I would read it again, absolutely, though. The one that I actually bought you as a gift for Christmas because it also did things to me was The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brienne Randall. This was Brienne's first book. So shout out Brienne. She's fantastic. She actually, some people, I don't know. Okay. She got rejected several times for this book. And then she kind of like took it in her hands. And when she was getting ready to be published, she kind of like did her advertising herself. Basically, that's the one that she calls it Gilmore Girls meets Practical Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun. I can't wait for you to read that one. And then, of course, one that we read together to finish out the year, A December to Remember, was also a 5-star.
Oh, you did that one 5 stars?
I did. Remember that right this second, ADHD brain is taking over, and I don't remember what it was, but if you go back and listen to the episode that we did on that, which was our December episode, I said what pushed me to 5 stars. There was something that just like pushed me, the dopamine.
Yeah, probably.
Probably did. And believe it or not, I did actually give that giant tome of cooking 5 stars because that was just so much information. What
really was that called again?
It's On Food and Cooking, the Science and Lore of the Kitchen by Harold McGee.
Harold. I haven't heard that name in a hot minute.
Right? You'd be doing great. And then I actually ended the year with a book I told you about that I learned. It's an old book. I just discovered it thanks to BBC. It's called The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper. It's actually book 2 in a series, but I would have never known that. Like when you're reading it, I would have never known that. I gave it 5 stars. I found this thing on TikTok, and I could have sworn that I had sent it to you, but when I went back trying to find it, I couldn't find where I'd sent it to you. And they recommend that you read this book 1 chapter a night for the 12 days of Christmas. Yeah. And so you would end on December 31st. So I did that. I bought the Kindle edition, and I read 1 chapter a night. But the BBC has a dramatized version of it as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the combination, because I would read the chapter and then I would listen to, because when they put it out, they only released it 1 a day, and they broke it down perfectly. And it aligns with the book. So when you're reading the book, the day that you're reading it is the same day.
Yeah.
As you're moving forward. I think it's even a middle grade book. Fantastic.
It looks like it from the cover.
It's fantastic. Like it's the fight of like light and dark, and not letting the dark win.
Okay.
I was here for it. I have since learned that there are some people that redo this every year on the 12 days of Christmas, and I'm like, I could get behind that. So that was my final. Literally ending it on the 31st, following it along as the BBC recommended I do. That was my final 5-star of the year.
Well, thank you, British Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes. I have spent a lot of my time on you. As far as which one was my favorite, I really, really struggled with this because The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. I think I told you I cried at like 4 or 5 different times throughout this book.
Yeah.
Legend and Lattes just was so amazing and so fun. I wanted to tell everybody about it. So, and then the House Witch series just stuck me. So clearly I was in a cozy mood last year. Clearly.
Yeah.
Also, I know I said tomorrow did things to me. So I've got like 4 or 5 that you can't make me pick. I went into this and I was like, I will give Bianca a definite answer. I can't do it. I don't know. I think it would depend on the day.
Okay.
Like if you
That's
asked
fair.
me like, what was your favorite reader last year? I'd be like, let me tell you about this book. And the next day I'd be like, have you ever heard of? And it would change.
Hey, you asked me about what's my favorite Taylor song, and I was like, ma'am, you can't be asking me that question.
Yeah, I think you specifically told me. I would love to go back and find the quote, but you were like, so here's what it is today.
And I think I gave you like my top 5 for that day. And then I think I woke up the next day and was like, hey, here's my top 5 for today.
You did. You're like, just so you know, it has changed. This is where I'm at today. And I was like, okay. So yeah, that is basically how I was with my top 5 reads last year. And because I gave them 5 stars as you did yours for some guttural dopamine reason, which is now when you ask me, why did you give that 5 stars? I'm just going to look at you and go, dopamine. Thanks, Joy.
Well, now that we have gone over 2023,
Yes.
what are you setting a goal for 2024?
I did. I decided
Okay.
to set a goal. I really struggled with what goal I was going to set. I think we even texted each other. I was like, what are you going to do? And you're like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know either. So I decided I would increase it by 5.
Hey, that's what I did.
So I went from 60 to 65. I felt like that would be obtainable for me.
Yeah.
So,
I went from 45 to 50.
okay.
And considering you and I both blew 2023 out of the water,
Right.
I'm hopeful that we will not only hit this but exceed it.
Right. And at first I was like, I don't know if I want to increase it. I don't know if I can do that. Like, what if I don't hit my goal? But I've literally been doing the reading challenge on Goodreads since 2013.
Yeah.
And there has only been 2. So out of 10 years, there has only been 2 years that I did not hit my goal. Because apparently 2013, Miranda, who was working a full-time job and like had a husband working 7 days a week, somehow thought she was going to read 100 books. She did not. She did not. She
No,
read
this was your
10.
first. This was your first year hitting triple digits.
I think. Did you go back and look for me already? I think you're correct. Yes, it was my first year hitting triple digits.
Yeah.
I mean, barring like middle school and teenage Miranda. But yeah, this is my first year as an adult hitting triple digits on books.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
Yeah, I set 50. That's a little less than 1 a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. I say that as I am already on book 5 for the year, and we're only in this is starting the 3rd week of January.
You have surpassed me. I remember this time last year, you were like, excuse me, ma'am, you've already read how many? And I don't remember how many it was, but I told you, and you're like, could you stop? And I was like, I'm sorry. I've read 2.
And I'm on book 5.
To be fair,
the first week of January, I couldn't do anything because my back was out. So I was just like, I guess I'll read.
In my first week of January, I was switching my child's curriculum. I homeschooled him, and I was switching his curriculum because I was struggling with the company I was using. We traveled for my husband's birthday. Yeah. So like,
you've been busy.
I have been busy. I've got 2.5 because I'm halfway through book number 3. And technically, good old Miranda fashion, I technically have 3 different books going right now.
That does not surprise me.
I got audio on my Kindle, and then I got a book. I only got 1 book for Christmas this year, that's okay. That's okay. That's
same. The only one I got was from you.
Was it? I was about to ask you, did you get any books for Christmas?
Yeah, the only one I got was the one you sent me.
Well, you're welcome. I got 1 for Christmas as well from someone I was least expecting it from. It's one of my very good friends here in Europe, but she and I are overthinkers, and so she got me this fantastic book that I've been working through. It's not very thick, but I don't want to like devour it. I really want to like take this in. And it's called Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph. I always mispronounce this last name wrong. It's like Nyan. It's Nguyen. I apologize.
Sorry, I'm typing it while you say it.
Yeah, that's why I spelled it, because I knew you would need to type it. But so far it's fantastic. But yeah, that's why it's, and the Kindle edition is like 99 pages. But it's really breaking down, like, it's the root cause of psychological and emotional suffering, to how like you kind of tell your mind to shut up. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have that one, and then I have a book on Kindle that I am reviewing, and then an audiobook that I'm reading. So yeah, like, you actually sent me something the other day that you were talking about. I don't remember if it was on TikTok or not, but you sent me something about like, this is you.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, you like, I have stories. Yeah,
I have a book on my Kindle. I have a book on my Nook. I have a physical book. I have an audio book. I have a cookbook going, and I'm like, I have landed on Miranda's For You page.
Yes,
because this is stressing me out.
This is how my brain works. Yeah,
I can maybe do one Kindle and one physical, as long as they are like totally opposite books with nothing to do with each other.
See, that's the thing. Most of mine usually are.
Yeah, but I can't swap between that many books at the same time. My brain.
See, I've got one. My audiobook is for my body doubling, while I'm cleaning, while I'm cooking, while I'm doing anything I need to do, because I know you don't work this way and your brain doesn't work this way, but my brain needs to be engaged in something beyond what I'm trying to actually do. I don't understand it. Fellow ADHDers know what I'm trying to say. So don't ask me to explain it, because I can't. It just works. It just does.
I'm glad it works for you.
Yeah. My review one that I'm working on is because I'm trying to increase my percentage on NetGalley, so I can start getting selected for some of the things I really would like to get.
Yeah.
And I usually read it at night, like before I go to bed. And then my thinking one right now, I've been reading a little every morning when I wake up, like, instead of going straight to like picking up my phone or like, and you like stumbling around. Like, I just kind of lay there for a second. I wake up, I do some breathing, and then like I read this. So all of mine, I read on multiple platforms because they all serve a different purpose. Yeah.
Which, you saying NetGalley reminded me of one more thing I need to add to our next segment, which is books that are coming out in 2024. These are excited about. Well, not necessarily excited about, just ones I think that people that listen to us will be interested in, because some of these, I'll be honest, I've never read anything from them, but I know that they are popular in their own genres.
Okay.
Let me finish typing this one, because now I'm typing what I'm saying and it's not correct.
It happens. I have a couple that I have found are coming out next year that I have marked as want to read. So I'm wondering if any of the ones that you picked are.
Hey, they very well could be. Let me get up for. Okay. So let me dive into this real quick. I'm just going to go through them, and if you, Miranda, if you want to comment on them, feel free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting very biasedly. The Heiress by Rachel Hawkins. It was just released on January 9th, so it is already out. Please go and grab it. It was a great thriller.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. It's a great thriller. Rachel Hawkins is actually from Dothan, Alabama, for our Alabamians that listen to us. And this one actually takes place in North Carolina.
Okay.
So it's still set in the South. Next, we have House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. It comes out February 15th. I know everyone and their mother is so excited for this. The Barnes & Noble is hosting midnight release parties for this thing. Like, it's coming, guys. I'm very happy for all the Sarah J. Maas fans out there.
Stop asking her to read it, but she's very happy for you.
I am thrilled that you have something you love. It's just not for me, okay? I've accepted it. Next, we have A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. It comes out February 27th. This has been all over my For You page. People are very excited about this.
I'm so excited about this one.
The cover, it looks really good. The cover is very pretty. It actually kind of looks like Lady Gaga.
It does. And listen, for anyone that needs just that push, like, do you want to read it? It's about a shield maiden blessed by the gods. Freya shows up. Like, do you need any more? It's a fantasy romance. It's mythology. It's 432 pages of what I can go ahead and say here. If I am wrong, I am wrong. 432 pages of probably what is going to be a 4, if not 5-star book. Just, that's my prediction.
Well, dang, Miranda, I guess I'm going to have to go pick it up. Let's see. One of Our Kind by Nicola Yoon comes out June 11th. Nicola Yoon previously has written YA. This is going to be her first adult fiction book. You'll probably know some of her other books. She wrote Everything, Everything. She also wrote The Sun is Also a Star.
Yep.
Which that one got turned into a movie. I've actually never read either of them, but she has a huge fan following, so I'm sure that they are good. Oh, she's from Jamaica. I didn't know that.
She is, yep.
Sorry, I have her pulled up to list those other books, and I was like, oh, Jamaica. Bride by Ali Hazelwood comes out February 6th. I've read one Ali Hazelwood book, and I can't tell. I don't want to misspeak. Let me pull up this book real quick. Because the cover is interesting, and I can't tell if it's going to be a book or a graphic novel.
I don't care.
Because the cover looks like a graphic novel, but
the cover
she
looks
doesn't.
like a graphic novel, but listen, it's 416 pages.
Oh, so never mind. No, that's a regular book.
Listen, all I needed to know for this book was when I read the first sentence, and it said, a dangerous alliance between a vampire bride and an alpha werewolf becomes a love deep enough to sink your teeth into. Excuse me, where do I buy
it? That is right up your alley.
Oh my God, that screams, this is for Miranda.
A Whisper in the Walls by Scott Reintgen comes out April 23rd. This is the sequel to A Door in the Dark that I gave 5 stars this year. So I think I have this pre-ordered. If not, I'm making a note to myself right now to go and pre-order it. The Women by Kristin Hannah comes out February 6th. I don't think I've ever read anything by Kristin Hannah, but she's a very popular fiction, historical fiction, women's fiction type author.
I've read one of hers, and I remember enjoying it. But I know people that, like, that's their girl. Like,
yeah. So. No, she's huge. The Demon of Unrest by Erik Larson comes out February 30th. Erik Larson, he writes a lot of nonfiction. He wrote The Devil in the Big City, or The Devil in the White City. It's about mob bosses in Chicago. He wrote, what was the other one that was really big? Crap. I've read it. What was it?
He's got a bunch. He's got... So this is...
In the Garden of Beasts.
Yeah.
So if you like nonfiction, true crimey stuff, Erik Larson's going to be your guy.
Yeah, this one is coming out as like political, war, American history. It says nonfiction.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I'm reiterating that for people that are like, you said no.
Like I said, I'm pulling from everything so everyone can have something to look forward to. Next, we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. Comes out April 23rd. I will definitely be reading it somehow. I won't say necessarily buy it, I love Emily Henry. I like her writing. I like her stories, but I don't feel myself ever rereading them. So I don't know if I'll purchase this, but I am looking forward to reading it. Haha. Next. This might be my most anticipated one.
I think for you it is.
Fatebreaker by Victoria Aveyard comes out February 27th. This is the third book in the Realmbreaker series. It's her adult fantasy series.
Has it got no times in it?
The first book did not. However, she has hinted that this third book will, so we will see. I've actually never read a Victoria no scene.
Well,
so
I was curious because you said adult, so I was just curious.
I actually haven't read the second one just because I've been waiting for the third one to come out so that I can reread the first one and just do it all in a row.
Nice.
So I'm pumped. Next, we have The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Comes out April 9th. This is a new book from Leigh. It's not associated with any of her other works. It's completely new ideas. If you want to guess The Familiar, it involves vampires.
Yes. I feel like last year was kind of like the year of witches. If you've noticed, like some of the new books, it was all like witch vibes kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a theme that there's a lot of like vampire and mythology coming this new year.
Which I'm good with. I am perfectly okay with.
Too. Like, do bring it all.
Next, we have The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's the one who wrote The Silent Patient, and there's two others. I forget what their names are right now, but I liked both of them, so I'm very excited about that one. Comes out January 16th.
I have one of them right here, but I don't know.
We have Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. Comes out June 18th. Thank you for my birthday month present, Riley Sager. I will be there.
So is that what you're saying you want for your birthday?
Maybe. Next, we have A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. It comes out August 20th, so we still have a little bit for that one. The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes comes out July 30th. This will be a continuation of all the other game series. If you haven't read the Brothers Hawthorne series, I highly recommend it. It's a good YA, like, mystery type series.
I did the first two. I've done the first two.
I've done the first four. I didn't read the newest one that came out. This will be number 6, I believe. She just keeps writing them. She said after the third one she was done. And she came up with the fourth one. She was like, oh, you don't have to read this. It's just kind of like an add-on. But then she keeps adding on. I'm like, girl, it's just a series at this point.
Girl, is it done or is it not? Like.
And then the last one I have here, Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose.
Yes.
It comes out April 30th. I actually got this as an ARC on NetGalley, and I will probably start it this week so that I can review it.
I won't lie. When you texted and said, I got approved, I was like, I haven't checked my email. And I checked my email and I was not approved. And I was like, so very sad.
I'm sorry.
It's like, Jen, got it.
Well, hey, hopefully I will like this one better than The Perfect Marriage.
Because listen,
the Perfect Marriage left a sour taste in my mouth, but I'm willing to give her another try.
It did, and that's why I was like, NetGalley. I mean, I'm glad that you were nice to my dearest, bestest friend, but like, what about me? I am like Geneva Rose, one click over here. Like she's like, hey, I decided to write a romance comedy. Like it's not even what I normally write. I hope everyone is okay with that. And I was like, bye now, click, boom. I don't know. The Perfect Marriage was like, all her books can't be like this. And so then I just went on a binge and I was like, I love her.
And I'm actually going to add one more because it just came up on Goodreads as a banner. It's End of Story by A.J. Finn. That's the same person who wrote The Woman in the Window.
Oh, yeah.
It comes out February 20th. I will add that on as the last one.
If I could add a couple, I feel bad for you
Yeah.
because I know you have a list to make. So one of them is called How to Solve Your Own Murder by Kristin Perrin. It comes out March 26th.
Can you spell that last name for me?
It's Perrin.
And what was the date?
It is March 26th.
Because I'm just going to copy and paste all of this into our show notes for everybody.
So this is, it says if you're a fan of Knives Out or the Thursday Murder Club, this is for you. I am both of those things. So, yay. I won't give all of them. You could easily go check out my want to read or, The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields comes out May 14th. I actually got an advanced copy of this, but it is somewhere stuck in the middle of the ocean. I don't know where it's at right now.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm like, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I am going to butcher this poor woman's name, so I'll send you the spelling. It's Sangu Mendana.
Okay.
I'm sorry. September 10th, 2024 is when that one comes out. And Lady Macbeth by Ada Reed. Listen, that cover, that did it for me.
What's the date on that one?
That one is August 6th of 2024.
I only read one Ava Reed book, and I didn't care for it. But everyone is raving about her other books and how weird the one was that I read. So maybe I need to give her another shot.
Which one did you read? You read Juniper and Thorn?
Yes. And let me tell you, that was the weirdest book. Like, every review was like, this book is so weird. Why did she write this? This was...
It got a 3.67. And it was nominated for Best Horror in 2022.
Yeah, there was like incest stuff and
which
like
I will
body
say
horror, and I was just like, ooh.
That, I mean, in the actual horror genre, that it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm not here for it, but it happens. But it seems like she stays in that gothic kind of vibe. This is a reimagining of Lady Macbeth. So she's giving her a voice, a past, and kind of a power. So I'm here for it.
Was that your last one?
Yeah, I don't want to be too read this. And you said there's few of them that I had marked that you actually already mentioned. So. And actually, if you guys want more, if you're like, well, what else comes out? Goodreads, I know we use them a lot, but listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing is how I feel. It works for me. It's familiar. Maybe the if it ain't broke, don't fix it is the wrong term. It's comfortably familiar. I know how to operate it.
Well, you can also go to your favorite publishers' websites and look at their upcoming releases. I know Penguin Random House does it. St. Macmillan, they've got a big old long name.
Emails as well. Yeah, they have a long name now. They'll send you emails as well, where you can sign up to be notified of what's coming.
Yes. And I know there's some controversy with some of the publishing houses right now, but we're not going to discuss that here. But I'm just saying, if you want to know when popular new releases are coming, that's a good way to be first in the know.
Yeah.
Also, follow your favorite authors on social media.
Absolutely. Because not only when you find out what they're doing, but a lot of authors are also readers. And I know a lot of my favorite authors will share other authors and their works. One of my favorite authors, Megan Sienna Deutsch, she is constantly shouting out her other, her personal friends that are authors, and then books that she just really loves. And I've noticed that others do as well. So always follow them, like somewhere.
Yes.
Even if you're not like a huge social media person, maybe like create one anonymous just to follow your book things. Like,
Yeah. Well,
isn't
we're gonna go into our last segment, which is recent reads and acquisitions.
because we don't have any oh my goodness, my brain just went dead. We don't have any like book to film kind of thing happening this time, do we? Adaptations? No?
Not really. No.
No. Wow.
None that I mean, I'm still working through Vampire Diaries, but that's neither here nor there. I'm on season almost through season 4. So I'm officially the farthest that I've ever been in it.
People can say what they want to say, but that show will forever have a chokehold on me. It's
just to give you an idea of where I am, Miranda.
okay.
I just Elena just got her humanity back.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. See, the problem with once you've watched an entire series is sometimes in your head you have to stop and go, when did that happen? So you don't accidentally like spoil something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh crap, no, that didn't happen until season 5. My bad. Like, and listen, I know this is a show about like teenagers. I understand it, but this show it grabbed me and like had a grip on me that it will forever be fantastic. And if somebody's like, I think I want to watch Vampire Diaries, I'd be like, you absolutely should. I'm almost 40 and it's still one of my favorite shows. I'm watching Doctor Who right now. I decided to go all the way back. Well, New Who. I didn't go back. Like I've watched old, like original, but when I say I decided to restart, I decided to restart with 9 with all of New Who. So
yeah,
I'm in season 4 right now.
Oh, you're chugging along.
I'm chugging along. So.
But back to recent reads and acquisitions. We got sidetracked. Let me go over which I feel like I've talked about most of my recent reads.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm pulling up my Goodreads. I should have just kept it up. I'm sorry.
I have a quick question because we've never discussed this. If you pre-order something, does it count as a recent acquisition?
I vote, well, not till you get it. That's my because if you pre-order it, it is not in your hands. You do not possess it. It is not yet yours.
Okay.
That is my thought process.
It's girl math for books, basically.
So, a couple of my recent reads. I started the year with Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, which I've already mentioned in the episode. Divine Rivals got 5 stars yet again because I read it twice this year. Ruthless Vows, I gave 4.5. The ending wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, but it was still good. 4.5 is still way up there. I reread, what's it called? Light Lark.
Oh, yes.
I reread
the
Light
new one
Lark.
comes out, doesn't it? Number 2?
It came out. That's why I wanted to reread it. So I reread Light Lark and then I read Nightbane, which is number 2. I gave Nightbane 4 stars. It was really good. I'm very excited.
How you felt about Light Lark, because we talked about it prior because we both read it. I don't know what episode. I apologize, boys and girls, but there was a lot of controversy around it. So remind me what you gave it, what you rated it.
I'm pretty sure I gave it 4, if not 5, because I loved that thing.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Nightbane is just as fun. I can talk about adaptations. I take that back, boys and girls, because The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson, came out on Disney Plus.
Yes.
I have seen all the episodes that are out, so I am caught up, and that made me want to reread the books. So that is what I'm doing this year. I've already reread number 1. As soon as I finish what I'm reading now, I will move on to number 2 because I forgot how much I love those books.
Can I say how old some of our friends made me feel when they were talking about how old they were when those books came out?
Dude, Sabrina was telling me, she was like, yeah, I remember that. Oh, it was already out when I was young. I was like, yeah, those books are old.
There was one of them in the group that she was like, I made it my whole, was it middle? Okay, I don't want to misquote. I think she said she made it her whole personality was like in middle school. And I was like, oh God. I'm so old.
Yeah, the first one came out in 2005 because I was already
getting married.
I think I was in 8th or 9th grade when they started coming out.
I was getting married. Getting married and finding out I was pregnant.
I was like, no, they've been out for a hot minute.
Oh, God. Yeah, I had a good laugh at that, like hardcore. I was like, oh, God, I'm old.
But anyways, so I reread the first one.
Still,
I adored it.
Still
it
fantastic.
Holds up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I am currently reading Clockwork Angel.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm halfway through. I'm actually really liking it. I'm liking it more than I thought I was going to. This is a Cassandra Clare book. It's part of the whole Mortal Instruments like universe.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 50 billion books to this.
There's not 50 billion.
She's got like 5 more coming out. So there's going to be a lot. Which I will say, like, they're thick books, but they read really easily.
So the ones that you're on right now are thick, but when you get to another series, you get a little bit of a reprieve for a while. Like, they're a little bit thinner. Like,
this one is close to 500 pages, if not 500. How many is it? It is 479. That's without the discussion in the back. So with the discussion, it's over 500. Yeah, it's thicker, but it's an easy read. The print's pretty big, and the ones that I am borrowing from our friend Sabrina, who is absolutely obsessed with these books.
Yep.
She like even gave me an outline of the reading order and like main highlights of the book and the main characters and what books are part of what spin-off series and how they all connect.
I keep forgetting to message her because we don't question Sabrina. Okay. Let me preface this by saying, like, when Sabrina says this is how you read it, we don't question her, right? This is what she says and this is how it goes. But Sabrina, dear, why does she get a different reading order than I do? Because she gave me the same thing. Like, I have in this chat this like map out, like, here's, you need to read this and then you go into this, and this one is the children of this one, and this one is the this of this, and that doesn't give anything away, but you need to do this one, and but apparently you said that you got a different reading order than she gave me.
Yep.
And I do wonder if it's our reading styles. While they're similar, they're different. And I wonder if she knows what would hit with you better versus what would hit with me. I don't know. But and I'm doing this year as well. So Bianca and I are both going to do this per the rules of Sabrina, which, by the way, I repeat, are different for each of us.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so this will be a great discussion for Bianca and I have throughout the year, because
we'll just keep each other updated. Maybe one day we'll accidentally like be reading the same book in our overlap, and we could be like, "Hey!"
I would like to see where that works out, because I have read the first 3 Mortal Instruments books before. Don't remember a whole bunch of them. My husband has actually read all of the Mortal Instruments and all the Infernal Devices, and says that he will not be telling me until I get through the books. His feelings. Okay. I remember he enjoyed them. I remember he really enjoyed them. But yeah.
Well, what are some of your recent reads and acquisitions?
So my recent reads are the 2 I finished, which was the Divine Rivals duology.
Yes. We're going to have to make an episode of that.
I think so too. I texted you this, but I'll share with the boys and girls. The author, Rebecca Ross, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. She seems to write a lot of duologies, and I love a series. 'Cause clearly, I'm about to do this Cassandra Clare deep dive right along with you. But like something about looking at her works and noticing that she does a lot of duologies is really kind of refreshing. And I plan to read more of her works. I added Divine Rivals. Goodreads tells you like when you added a book, and I added it back like last summer when people first started kind of talking about it. But I'm just reading it now. I gave it 4 stars.
Okay.
I really liked it, but there was something that just wasn't getting it to 5 for me. Like I sat there like going back and forth on what I would, and that's when I was like, if you don't know, it's a 4. Like you're not feeling that gut. But something in 5 happened, or something in 5, something in 2 happened that made it a 5.
Okay.
I can't pinpoint exactly what it was. I had some issues with how some things actually ended. I did.
So ours are opposite then.
Yeah, opposite. You were all in book 1, 5 stars. Let's do this. Woo woo. And then book 2, you're like, 4, but I still love you. Yeah. And I was kind of the opposite. Like book 1, I was like, this is great. Really enjoy you. Fantastic. Let's go to book 2. And book 2, I was like, yeah. I don't know. But I will say, since we're going to do like a whole episode on this later, I won't get too far in it, but I will tell you, there were a few things that I was like, really? Like, I kind of felt like the big bad, the ending to our quote unquote big bad was a little less anticlimactic than I wanted it to be.
That's exactly why I gave it 4.5.
Yeah. And then something else happened that I was like, well, I know it wasn't supposed to be all like peaches and cream and fairy tales, but like, I don't know. So there's a few things that even though I gave it 5 stars because it just hit something in me. There were a few things I was a little like, what? Really? But yeah, I was excited that it was a duology. So that's the only 2 that I've really read so far this year. So recent reads wise, currently I am reading Falling Hard for the Royal Guard, which was actually one of the books that we had in our giveaway that we did last year.
Remind me the author real quick.
Yeah, I was trying to pull it up because my brain just went. She's super sweet. She actually did live in the Tower of London, so a lot of the things that happen in this book like mimic her life. Her name is Megan Clausen. Okay. Her dad really was a beefeater, one of the guards. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and her boyfriend is now as well. So.
Well.
Super fantastic. She's really cool to follow on social media. But that's what I'm currently reading. And then I'll wait because the one I'm reading for review, I'd prefer to wait and give my review when I release that one. Acquisitions wise, I haven't really bought much because Caden actually bought the Divine Rivals books for me. Just like spur, I told him I was like thinking about reading them because you and I were going to like try to read them, like not tandem, like together, but like near each other. And he was like, okay. And then he was like, oh, check your email, Mom.
That was really sweet of him.
That was so sweet. So I didn't really buy those, but I actually meant to text you this week. I went into a bookstore and I did, after donating the 28 books I donated. I bought purely for collection purposes. And I'm not joking. It really was for collection purposes. I got the Bookshops and Bone Dust, which is book 1, or it's technically book 2, but it's a prequel to Legends and Lattes. And the artwork and everything, the size of the book, it's all identical to the other one. So I wanted them. And then they didn't have book 1, but book 2 was just too pretty not to get. I got Ruthless Vows.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Ruthless. Yeah. It was just.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any different than, I don't like, usually I get UK covers. I don't know if it's which one it is. I haven't looked it up.
What does it look like? I can tell.
They're like standing head. They're like foreheads together, holding hands.
Yeah, that's the UK version.
And it's like red. The background's like
yeah.
red. Yeah, that's the one I got.
The American version does not have people. So both Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, they basically have the same exact cover in America. The D and the R are like old timey like keyboard keys.
Which makes sense. Oh yeah, I've seen those.
And the R and the V on Ruthless Vows are the keyboard keys, and it's black background with different flowers on it. I have I say black because mine is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, so it's black to match the Divine Rivals cover. If you get the regular edition, it will be white.
Yeah. Yeah, no, mine is the UK. I thought it was really pretty. And like I said, I've already read them and had them on my Kindle. Same with, I haven't technically read the one that goes with Legends and Lattes, but it matches it. So I did buy 2, but this time it was like to collect them. Yes.
Yeah.
But I did, I guess this is my book news. I didn't really acquire any, but I gave away, I deburdened myself. Is that a bad word? I don't know. I don't know. So I told you guys a couple of times that I planned to go to my tiny little village's library and talk to them, and I ended up donating 28 books. One of the books is actually an Agatha Christie, and one of the ladies in there who did speak English, so she likes to read in English when she can. She's a huge Agatha Christie fan. They're actually having a whole discussion about Agatha Christie's works and her life and stuff next week. It's all in Czech, unfortunately, and my Czech is not good enough to participate with that. But she was super excited because she's like, I've never had, because Agatha Christie writes in English, and she's like, I've never had a copy in English. And so instead of donating it to the library, I gave it to the librarian. But
that was very nice of you.
Yeah, so 27 of the books are be donated to my library. I was texting Bianca. It was cold. I was bundled up like the Michelin star man. And then they're like, can we take your picture? And I was like, oh. And my eye was all red and swollen because I was having an allergy bit. So I have no clue what this is going to look like. But they were so excited that I was like, okay. Yeah, so I'm not tooting my own horn, but it made me happy because I was just trying to donate books, and I've never seen 2 people so happy for a pile of books. But mission accomplished because I told you guys, fingers crossed, this will work out and they won't think I'm crazy. And no one thought I was crazy, and they wanted my books, which makes me really, really happy. And it was kind of cool seeing books that I had read or were familiar with in Czech. I sent Bianca a picture of, which is the cover itself is pretty similar, if I remember. It's almost identical to our selection series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's all the wording and stuff is different. And when I looked at it a little bit further, the coloring is slightly different, but that's it. But yeah. But it was kind of neat seeing covers in other languages. Yeah, I haven't acquired any yet other than the 2 Kaden bought for me and the 2 I bought for purely to collect them.
Yeah.
But I got rid of them.
I'm very proud of you.
I'm proud of myself, and you'll be proud to know I told you I could probably get rid of more, but I was unsure. So I have created a stack that I'm going to put in a reading cart like you have. I got to go pick it up from IKEA. Yeah. And the goal for this cart is if it has not been read or attempted to have been read by June, it is getting donated to the library.
Oh. You better watch out, Miranda's books. She's coming for you.
Well, listen, when you live overseas and you have to clearly think about the thought of eventually you have to pay to ship all this back, I'm trying to be serious about what I have kind of gotten excited and book purchased while I've been here. And no, folks, that's not like oh, she's coming back. Not right now. I'm just saying I'm trying to be more mindful.
Yeah.
So, and I've noticed like some of the books I bought, like when I first got to Europe in 2020, it's now 2024. I think it's time to, like, as my nanny used to say, shit or get off the pot. So I've made myself a goal. I have a stack of them. There's about 15 right now, because that's a lot. But if I have not thought about it, I'm kind of the Oprah method here. If I haven't thought about it, attempted to read it, which I'm going to try. I said this last year. I mean it this year. If I pick up a book and I can't do it, I'm going to actually try to DNF.
Okay.
This is hard. I know. I'm not.
Which did you, the book that you said was written, that you think is written by AI, did you actually DNF that, or did you finish it?
No, I freaking finished it. Remember? That was part of my, like, why did I keep going?
Because reasons.
Because I have problems.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me on Instagram. I am at Style and Freak. I am also at Style and Freak on Book Talk on TikTok.
Well, we kind of own Book Talk.
I guess so. You can also find me on Goodreads. You can be my friend there. I am also over on the app Literal, which is another book tracker app. I use both Goodreads and Literal, so either one is fine with me. Follow our Bells with Books Instagram page. It's Bells with Books Podcast. You can see what we're up to, what we're currently reading. I post random memes there that probably involve books and Taylor Swift, because I am in charge of the Instagram.
I was gonna say, if you're a Swiftie and a book lover, you should probably follow our Instagram.
They're just so good. They're just so
listen,
good.
I'll give you that. And I don't hate her. She's just not my mother.
And follow the Place to Be Nation feed. There's a lot of good podcasts that you can follow, especially on the pop feed. Lots of entertainment going on. Where can we find you, Miranda?
We have the Place to Be group on Facebook. I'm chatting in there with people regularly. A lot of great content. I would love to have more book content in there. So come join us, strike up a conversation. I am also on Instagram and TikTok. If you type Mom's a Nerd, that you can find me that way. I run the TikTok for our podcast as well. I think we finally got it fixed, and it's Bells with Books. So check all of those things out. Share with us to maybe be featured on one of our Instagram or TikToks, what your new goals are for 2024, what your most anticipated book to come in 2024 is. Maybe we didn't list it and you think we need to know about it. So let us know about those as well. And for Bianca and I both, I want to say thank you for another fantastic year. Thank you for being here with us again, and always keep reading.